So, Jordan is local general. Okay. Which rig is he on? He is. Okay. So okay. So we are currently watching. So this is AMA, one of our other pros. That's why that lap time was so good. We will jump on board with the actual qualifier. Why? You know? Oh, that's wide. A little bit of extra side force. Play with the aerodynamics of where the airflow goes over the roof. Lap might be invalidated to start because of how wide he took the final corner. But you know, he's got another 2 laps after this to go chase after another one. So we shall see what happens with that. Charging his way up to turn 3, I believe it is officially numbered. The hairpin, slowest corner on the track, locking the front brakes a lot. He does not have ABS on. He might want to go turn that back on. Regardless, he will make his way now down toward turn 4. Second, I actually don't know if that's the second slowest corner on the track. Certainly the second best overtaking opportunity. Will make his, and he's into the gravel, and he spun it. Quick to get it reversed though, so that's good. At least he knows the controls of a wheel. Still 2 more laps for the gentleman to get himself situated, and he'll go for a spin in the gravel. Peme, meanwhile, makes his way through the inner loop as he will catch up to the back of Jordan. Purple sector for Peme. Oh, but he's going to get held up there. And Peme will return to the pit lane. Jordan, can you have a cleaner final couple of corners? Leaving a very wide berth into the final corner. Keeps it within track limits. This lap will be validated. Crosses the line to get started, a 57.6. But he had plenty off, so plenty of room for improvement. Through turn 1, nicely kisses the apex. Doesn't quite run it out on the exit as much as he would have needed to. Staying over to the left-hand side of the circuit. Very interesting line. Not necessarily the shortest way around. A little early on the brakes, but he will get himself slowed down well in time. A little bit of a squirm on getting back on the power now as he will charge his way down the back straightaway. Diving it off into turn 4. Yeah, we'll give you a little bit of telemetry. How about that? Oh, but he's run it wide into the gravel. I apologize, folks. I'm trying to get an eyelash out of my eye. I'm not really looking. I thought these were his hot laps. No, that was his out lap, so he's still got. Yeah. And 4 laps, no? An out lap and 3 flyers? Yeah, so 3 flyers, that's an out lap. Out lap, flyer. So he's got 2 more. Oh, wait, no, this is like. Oh, I see. Never mind. You know, math was never my strong suit, but he's gonna really compromise his run out for the final corner. Charges to the line to start what will now be his final lap. Didn't get any track limits for that last one though, so that 1 minute 46 second lap will count. Let's see if he can get any quicker on this 4th and final lap. Makes his way up the hill. Heavy braking zone in the Nissan. Oh, he's run wide. Don't think we'll be seeing him in the final, but you know, he's got another day to come back and try it again. It's not the end of the world. Another car out on track. We'll see who this is. I believe this is an actual qualifier, not one of our pros currently out on circuit. Oh, and it looks like, no, signal is back. Look at that. Kevin on circuit in the number 64 rig. Gingerly making his way around the circuit, you know, just getting his bearings in. Good thing. Good thing to test. Gradually bring himself up to speed so far. Hasn't left the circuit yet. Keeping it neat and tidy. Could be a great way to set a good lap time. As come to the line. This is the line 145. His fastest. So that will do it, Jordan. Let's see what Kevin's got. Indeed, makes his way through the final corner and will get started for his first flying lap. Crossing the line at about 125 miles an hour. Making his way up the hill to turn one, using all the rumble strip available to him. Good show. Good line through turn one. Maybe not quite as much momentum as he wanted to carry. But a 21-1 outlap with a good showing so far. Good braking zone up through the hairpin top of the circuit. Will now start the long, slow descent down the hill toward the end of the lap. Making his way over to turn four. Braking at about 145 miles an hour, gets himself slowed down, turns it in. Didn't quite use all of the circuit at his disposal, but you know. The important thing is he's keeping it on circuit and clean. Should still be in for a decent lap time here. Again, some of the fastest laps we've seen. Yeah, it might be track limits. And he does. He will pick up a half-second penalty. That will invalidate this lap, and it's also going to screw over his next one, because he will have to serve that penalty next time by. Uses a lot of apex curve in the final corner. We'll cross the line now at a 1 minute 39.465. Some potential to be seen out of Kevin, though. Exactly. He is absolutely running the pro lines. The question is, can he find the momentum to go with it? All about optimizing that center corner speed at this point. Will make his way down into turn four once again. Once again, a reminder that he will have to serve that half-a-second penalty this time. So he will only get one more shot to set a clean lap. That 121.1 on your screen, that was his outlap. That will not count. We'll come around as he approaches the final two corners and to the penalty zone. Serves the penalty now, and will now set himself up for his final lap. Maybe just a little bit too much brake through that final corner. Not really using the grip in the car and those tires. Crosses the line, a 138, but again, like we said, he had a penalty that he served. Rounds the first corner, charging his way back up the hill once more. Final qualifying lap for Kevin here. Still, fastest is still a 135.0. Kevin, good, actually a pretty good line. Oh no! Just a little too much exit curb. Got up on that yellow sausage curb on exit, and just too hard on the power. Spins up the rear wheels, and that will do it for Kevin today. Once again, can obviously come back tomorrow to try to set another lap, but we jump on board with our next qualifier. See if we can get a name for this gentleman. Oh, Jordan's still going? Oh, apparently Jordan is allowed to go again. Much better line for him that time. Likes to keep it over to the left side of the circuit. I say as he moves over back to the right and now back to the left. Oh my goodness. Long day here today. Jordan running it wide once again. We'll see if Kevin goes for another lap. Has shown that he has pace to beat that 35 flat. Question is, can he put the lap together? On exit that time. Looks like he will be on for another lap. Makes his way now to turn 4 once again, hard on the brakes. Oh, he's gonna run it wide, and does. That's gonna hurt his lap, and for good measure. Scorpio is live now too, so hello to all of our Scorpio eSport viewers on the Scorpio eSport channel. Familiar name, I hope you recognize our Blade, Aaron, coming to you live from the Cobb Galleria here in Atlanta, Georgia. Qualifiers currently taking place for our Sunday tournament. We will be hosting qualifiers all day today and tomorrow. Currently, 2 rigs set up out of our 8 total, setting qualifying times, which are the 2 that you see on screen here. As I believe that is Kevin will now come to a stop for the end of his laps. Best lap of 38.8. Probably want to get someone to go boot him back to the main menu. Oh, no. Back going. That gentleman has picked up a time penalty for track limits. The fastest lap, just for any of those curious at home, that was set by one of our pros earlier in the day. That is not a representative lap time for any of our qualifiers as of yet. Though, of course, as always, there is that we always have a chance for someone to pop in out of the woodwork give us a bit of a surprise. You never know who might turn up to one of these events in the qualifiers. Yeah. Well, evidently, if the audio is coming in poor, you can thank the staff engineers who are, they're doing their best. They should have any issues sorted out momentarily or whenever they get to it. As runs wide again. Let's see if the other driver's doing any better. Certainly keeping it on the track. Sets himself up pretty nicely for another flyer. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Gotta rest my voice a bit. Save it for Sunday.
Calling it. What's their name? What's that?
This lap? Lester's calling it this lap, folks. He thinks we're going to get a new lap time leader for our qualifiers. All he's got to do is keep it together. 1:35.0 to beat. Keeping it on the circuit for now. Using all of the proposal, but wide. A little bit wide, but still on circuit, which is the important thing. The question is, can he complete the lap in under 35 and of our qualifiers? Assuming this is still Kevin at the wheel, 34, 35, no, but it will be a personal best for him at 37.5. 2.5 seconds to find, but he will bring it to a stop. And that will sort him for the time being. Other car exiting the pit lane. Might be a new driver. Let's see. Exactly. So, hopefully we'll be able to get lobby reset for tomorrow. That way we can have a more accurate fastest lap time set up for you folks at home. I'm hoping that we get Kevin or the 64 rig out of the way before this gentleman comes through. Still on an outlaw, oh dear. Running it wide into the gravel. I actually got back on track without spinning, which sounds like, you would think it's easy enough, but again, these are complete amateur drivers. These are people coming in off the street. We've never met them. Some of these guys have probably never done any sort of performance driving, whether it be in real life or on a video game. So this is a new experience to them. Can't judge them too harshly. But we can hope that they keep it on the gray stuff. By that I mean the asphalt, not the grayish gravel. 64 has been returned to the pit lane. Let's see what this driver is able to do. Through the final corner. A little bit better for momentum as he exits the corner. Good start to the lap, I would say. Climbs up the hill a little bit early on the brake pedal. Very early on the brake pedal. Able to keep up the momentum. Making his way now up to the turn 3 hairpin. On the brake, nice and early. But he still runs wide. Just flipped the throttle, got it off the brake, one or the other. So to the folks at home, my dad in particular, hello back home to anyone watching. I do not have control over the mic, unfortunately, so I apologize for yawning. I do not have the function to mute up here, sadly. So hello to all the folks.
Apologies for my mic volume.
Assuming Lester has gotten his mic turned on and that it is coming across stream. This is one of our pro drivers. That camera's not on the overlay at the moment. That's the stream. Can hear you, hopefully. One of our pro drivers, like I said earlier, will be on track on Sunday, along with Joe, Paymay, and I'm forgetting our 4th driver.
Yeah, it looks like you have a lot of potential out there.
Goodness gracious.
These pretty quick kids. They look like they were like 10 years old. They were almost as fast as me already. I'm getting kind of used to that. At the World Tour events, pretty much everyone I race against is 18 years old and kicks the butt.
So 44.4, first lap on the books for this gentleman.
It's going to be tough to get the run you need out of the hairpin traction control on.
Exactly.
I don't blame him for using it because this thing's pretty sketchy.
Not too bad, I found, as long as you had the wheels straight and were a little easy on the throttle. Speaking of which, probably a little more brake needed for turn 4 there.
It's like curbing a lot of times on this track. Like,
Exactly.
If it was a perfectly smooth hairpin, you'd have no problem, but you really have to fight that inside curbing from the apex. And it
Just get the rotation into the corner, yeah.
And we're going to be started on turn. The amount of laps you had to hit retry because of turn 1 is unfathomable.
And then this corner, especially through here, you got to be very careful of track limits, as Sergio Perez found out, a former Red Bull driver. Found out on multiple occasions, I believe both 2023 and 2024 got nailed.
That's the old line before the track limits were a thing.
Makes his way out of the final corner, and he will pick up another track limits. That's gonna
Loves to build the suspense before they release the penalty on you.
Yeah.
So you have that little false sense of hope for a second. And now not only was that lap ruined,
That lap
next lap is ruined. His whole session is over now because of that.
They get 4 lap and 3 flyers.
That's rough. Although this guy's in on his like 10th flyer. He's putting in the work though. If there's no lineup, I guess we're not stopping you from doing multiple sessions per day. So
Yeah. Of course.
I'd be abusing that if I could too.
And of course, now that we have our Scorpio viewers coming in, if you are in the Atlanta area, want to stop by, try to set a lap time of your own, by all means, drop by Cobb Galleria. We will be here just about all weekend, so feel free to stop by, say hello, set a lap time. Maybe we'll see you Sunday.
Come cheer me on Sunday.
Or cheer Lester
I'll
on.
be the one on top of the podium if you don't recognize me.
Always the humble one, this guy.
I actually usually am really humble, but they've tried to be training me to be more cocky.
That's just James for you.
I like letting my actions speak. I'd rather win before saying. I want to win before saying I'm about to win. But hey, you know what?
Yeah,
Let's try something new. Let's be a little cocky.
that's the way to do it.
These guys have no chance, by the way. Even that pro time, that's not even. comparable pro time to what I'm.
Still about half a second in that pro time to find.
You might as well not even race. All right, old Lester back. I'll be nice to you.
All right.
I am from Canada, I assure you. Be very polite.
I believe two of our pro drivers are from Canada.
From Edmonton, from the same.
From Edmonton. Edmonton,
We
Canada.
used to battle to the death at our local karting place for the lap records.
Of course.
We finally met each other.
We've been told both the microphones
I
away.
gotta eat my mic and you gotta let yours go.
Evidently, apparently. Okay, noted. So hopefully, for you folks at home, that audio balance is a little bit better. What on earth is that email? Ah, that's that. Okay.
We have a new contender.
New contender getting on the rig. We will jump over to his perspective once he gets out on track.
Adjusting all the wheel positions and everything. It takes a while to get exactly the position you're looking for. That's always been my biggest struggle at these events, honestly. It never feels like it does.
Absolutely.
All my muscle memory I've conditioned throughout the weeks of practice beforehand are just out the window.
Certainly. And then, of course, these folks at home who are qualifying for these events, you know, like I mentioned only a few moments ago, how, you know, they might have never done competition driving, might have never driven on a sim rig.
Oh, yeah.
But of course, if they have driven on a sim rig, sure, they have that initial get up to speed, but it's still a brand new rig to them,
Yeah.
potentially.
Even honestly, if you had this exact setup at home,
It will always feel a little bit different.
You sign up officially to do your 3 official laps, you're not as comfortable as you are at home. And if you are, then you got something I don't have. Because it always changes the dynamic.
We're going to hope that that other announcement for one of the other vendors is not coming across stream, but if it is, oh well. Car out on circuit,
Yeah,
as you can see there, parked up.
I think they're firing up Fortnite qualifiers right now.
Looks like we might actually get a little bit of racing action here, as both cars out on track at the same time.
I think
We try to space them out, ultimately, depending on the skill gap.
this is Scorpio there, right?
No, this is the Carolina stream, but obviously with the delay. One car went wide, another went for a spin, though, in turn 4, unfortunately. As I probably need to get Uber
As
to...
promised before, I could like hyper critique every.
Oh, and he goes for a spin, wheel dropped in the grass.
And I don't think you need.
No, you don't. I'm able to call that one.
There's
Just-
so many intricacies to every corner here, especially with this car. It's insane the kind of lap times you can find from the most minuscule thing.
Both drivers running a little bit wide. The tailing driver a little more so. We shall see if the 63 goes for another lap. I wouldn't imagine so.
He's locked in. I think he's committed at this point.
I also don't see a line.
So I think I'm seeing a problem that seems to be a pattern amongst all the qualifiers so far. Their cars have always been white, whereas I'm sure if they were Y3 Chrome gold, they'd be much faster.
You a bit out of the loop. Y3 Chrome is the paint color in Gran Turismo Victor uses for his identifier. A very obnoxious but very identifiable, basically gold chrome.
Beautiful in its own.
For those of you who watch the Scorpio Super Formula Series on every other Saturday or so, you will be very familiar with that gold Super Formula machine. Actually blinded a few drivers going into turn 1 at Nürburgring a few rounds ago.
I've done it in like official FIA races too. Windfire, I murdered Windfire because he caught the sun wrong at.
You heard it here, folks. It's a tactical advantage. He admits it.
That was never the initial point of it, but it's a great bonus. and I wouldn't change it for the world. Why wouldn't you want to blind your opponents? Why doesn't every real race team run a chrome livery, at least on the back? It's quite effective. It's surprisingly effective.
You know, race cars don't need headlights, or at least Lester's doesn't. All the light just reflects off that paint scheme.
We saw in the Gran Turismo movie that like the evil team.
Yeah, that black and gold car. Yeah.
Gold car. Like we were watching in the world premiere in Amsterdam with all the PD staff and all the competitors at the time.
Yeah.
After the movie, everyone's like, "Dude, that was your car. That was totally you. How was it not you?" It must have been some, because I know like people involved in PD, or at least the people who put together the live events and stuff, they know full well about my obnoxious looking car. And a lot of them were definitely involved in making of the video. And I was on GT Academy. Like I was on the freaking podium in Silverstone, so I've been like close enough to a person on that is based, like one of those characters who lost was based on my life, essentially. They know about my goal. They know about me. I think it was a shout out or an insult. But either way, no attention, bad attention.
Either that, I could have sworn it was a real life race team, though. I feel like I've seen that livery somewhere.
Well, they probably got it from me too. I've been around a long time, guys. I'm pretty much old. I've been at this since most of you were babies. Now all those babies are starting to kick my butt. But I'm still here. I'm still fighting. Bring it on.
So, while our two qualifiers continue to lap, how about a little bit of a story time regarding GT World Academy? Any particular memories come to mind from that experience?
Oh, but the stream's not ending soon. Good stories. Okay, best story, the one I obviously have to tell. GT Academy wasn't available for Canada for the first 2 years they ran it. It was called GT Academy North America, but it was only for the States. So I caught wind of it the first year on TV, and I'm like, that looks like something I could do. I love Gran Turismo, I'm pretty good, and I think I could drive fast enough to compete. So the next year, Qualifiers came out, and still Canada wasn't allowed in, and I thought it was kind of BS. So I'm like, you know what, it's time to prove a point. I log in on a brand new account named Let Canada In, an American account, the American flag, so I could compete on their qualifier. And I grind my butt off. Like, a grind that is unhealthy, I would never recommend to my worst enemies. There's 2 weeks to do your fastest lap on the same combo. It started out roughly 10 to 12 hour days, just time trialing 12 hours a day. By the last few days, it was literally 18 hours. I was doing nothing but like, I'd eat while I was racing, and I'd sleep, and I'd go back to time trial. 18-hour days.
That's crazy.
Grinding my butt off. Working so hard at it, just trying to get the message out there. And I kept trading first and second back and forth with an American.
Yeah.
All my friends and family knew about it. I was hyping up so much. It came down to the very end. There's a countdown on the screen that just won't go away. It's ticking down the time before the qualifier ends. It says like 1 hour, then 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. It says 4 minutes ticking down. I start having all these like intrusive thoughts. What am I going to tell people? I wasn't able to win. Like, none of this grind is going to make any difference. What was the point? I literally just like had this, like, I call it like a Neo moment from the Matrix when he realized he was in control. Like, I snapped out of it. I'm like, no. Like, I realized, like, I know how to do the lap. The only thing stopping me is just my mind. I've just decided to do the lap. And with 4 minutes to go, 2 attempts left of the 2-week grind, I beat first place by 1/1000th of a second.
Wow.
I crap my pants. I've never screamed or cried so much in my life. It was amazing. Then next year, still no Canada. So I made 5 more accounts.
Oh no.
All these Let Canada In accounts in their top 32. And it turned out that the people organizing them got so fed up with contacting all these fake emails I set up that after that year, they called the head guy and they're like, is there any way we can just let Canada in? The series like, yeah, make it happen. One phone call. So 2014, the official announcement came out. They decided to, in quotes, let Canada in. I was freaking beat. I earned my way. I got there. They let 4 Canadians in to New York for the top 32. And then top 12 from there make it onto the show. Even I was the only Canadian ever. and I made my own way. And since then, like, PD has changed their views on the gaming laws because they never used to let Canada in because Quebec had strange gaming laws, so they would have to exclude Quebec or pay Quebec players, like pay the government a certain fee. But because of my efforts now, like, Canada's just let into all these competitions. And then a good friend of mine, Jade Bird, I convinced him to start a Let Canada or a Let Quebec in account. Yeah. And sure enough, a couple years later, now Quebec's in it. Now the only qualifier for the World Series this year for nations was Courts, Sam Cardinal from Quebec. You're welcome, Sam.
A fantastic.
I'm chat your ear off.
No, it's all good. Great way to spend a couple of minutes while our qualifiers fumble about on track, must be said. But a fantastic story, fantastic adventure it sounds. Very happy.
I didn't even get to the actual GT Academy part, but we'll save that for next year.
Well, still a fantastic story, and I thank you for sharing it with us.
Well, thank you. Whoever wants to hear me speak.
That will do it for the moment in terms of, oh, no, it looks like someone has finally begun circulating the track once again. Whoever's running in that 8th rig back out on circuit now setting lap times. So we'll give a little bit of play-by-play as they continue to hopefully try to lap a little bit quicker than that 2:20.
I think that's beatable.
Oh yeah, no.
Going sub 220.
Yeah,
You know.
should be. Question is, can he keep it on the circuit?
Well,
And by the looks of things, not really.
Although that corner is like incredibly strange. First of all, you gotta wait forever thinking, oh wait, maybe I did get a penalty. And you didn't somehow. Lucky guy. So you can go over the track limits, like completely, where you would definitely 100% get a penalty every time you're so far wide.
Right.
But if while you're doing it, you're kind of sliding, like almost, in quotes, losing control, kind of sliding your way off the track, and then you're really fighting, and all your inputs are directing your car to the right back onto the track, the game will recognize that, and it won't give you a penalty. It's not completely to do with where all 4 tires are.
Right.
It's your inputs and your car's behavior while you're reaching the track.
I see.
So, as you can imagine, as a pro, you find ways to exploit that. To take
Absolutely.
that corner as fast as possible, I go over track limits. Like I'm essentially cheating. I'm confessing it. This is my confession. It's been enough years. I think it's time to clean up the street.
Yeah. Well, we said it should be beatable lap time 1:39.8, and he goes for a spin immediately. 39.8, new fastest or new personal best for this driver.
At me. This thing's sketchy though, even on racing softs, honestly. Like, to push anywhere close to the limit, there's 3 corners for sure. The first 3 corners, they'll kill you. If you don't get it perfect, if you're trying to get anywhere close to the actual theoretical limit, you're gonna spin out.
Well, we say first 3 corners. For those,
You better not call that turn 3. Is that supposed to be turn 2?
hey man, all I'm saying is the official track map says that little kink is turn 2, and I'm not about to argue what I'm not about to start an argument with Red Bull while we're being sponsored.
Right or wrong, I'm right.
Hey man, you can take it up with Red Bull.
That's not a turn.
Well, you're turning the wheel.
I don't. No,
You're taking a better line than the rest of us, evidently.
As far as what would matter when we're discussing turns between the professionals, we wouldn't bother labeling that a turn. So turn 2 is the hairpin. So turn 1, 2, and 3, they're all incredibly difficult to keep your asset pointed in the right direction.
I should be completely clear. I am in complete agreement. This track realistically has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's got 7 corners. It's got 7 corners. They will list it as like 11 or something. regardless, the 64 rig will round the final corner now. 2-minute 5 lap this time. A lot more off-track adventures. But he might have one more to give it a shot. So we shall see. Other rig is also back out as well. So we will jump on board with them momentarily.
We're gonna try to get a quick word from Greasy Sam Scratch. This is my homeboy from way back in the day. We're actually from the same crappy little Canadian city. And yeah, we go way back. He's been working so hard or getting so much better at Gran Turismo. And he actually like technically qualified for the World Series 2023. The guy's got talent. He's gonna be a force director. I'm gonna try to get him on the mic up here.
All right.
I know he has a couple things to say.
So stick around, folks. We'll have a few more stories coming to you. What started out as a test stream, I guess we're a little bit of story time with the pros. We'll get our next pro on the mic.
Internet. This is Greasy Sam's Plant here. How's everybody doing? Who are we talking to?
We can check to see if we've got the chat up. Doesn't look like Carolina's. None of the Carolina stream. We will check over with Scorpio.
We gotta turn the chat on. We gotta talk to some people. Get some hype in here.
Hey. How are our Scorpio Esports peeps doing? Hello, Ivan. Hello, Suddy. Good to see you all in the chat.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Assuming my folks back home are still on stream, hello and welcome.
So who do we got out there? I don't know this person's name that's driving around. We got a little kid out there though.
I can't say I know who's driving. I've just been calling them Rig 64 and Rig 63.
I do have some inside information just being down there on the stage though. There's a gentleman down there right now that is pushing almost 29-second lap times, 1 minute 29-second lap time.
Really?
Very quick driver, this gentleman right here in the middle. He hasn't qualified yet, but he has 1 second in first place in this event.
Very interesting. So, fast drivers on the count, just getting a little bit of practice in before they start setting their official time in the multiplayer session. Should be very exciting indeed.
I'm actually go our fastest time.
Fastest time for our qualifiers at the moment.
That's not that time. That's maybe that time. I think it's 132.
Yeah, I believe it was actually a 135 flat. They are saying they cannot hear your mic, so Ivan, that is not. Lester's put his mic down. This is now Joe, right?
Yes.
This is now Joe on the mic.
You guys like watching Gran Turismo? Come subscribe to my channel. We do this every day. The dailies from the back. I drive them so you don't have to.
Well, so we got a few stories out of Lester in regards to just.
Did he tell you the true legend story about him getting Canada into the event?
Yes, see, that was the story he told us about.
Legends.
Curious to hear if you have any particular stories involving GT7 or
My
Gran Turismo.
story with GT7 is a controversy, a big controversy.
Really?
I finished second place for Porsche under Innistroza in 2023. According to the rules of Gran Turismo in their game, no first place driver can make it, second place goes. They changed the rules that event and they didn't tell anybody. They basically just ran 2 drivers and didn't let me go. I'm choked. But yeah, that's my story. But otherwise, I just have fun playing the game. I've been playing it since the beginning of Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo's life. It's fun. Better now? Okay, good. I got the microphone practically in my mouth.
Well, as long as the folks at home can at least somewhat hear you, certainly an improvement. Qualifying is still underway here at the virtual Red Bull Ring, physically here at the Cobb Galleria in Atlanta, Georgia. We've been at this now just over an hour, or at least this lobby has been. We've been running lobbies pretty much all day for some of the VIPs who showed up earlier this afternoon.
It's a busy place. It's the first time I've ever been to one of these things. It's a busy place.
Same for me. Certainly has been an experience, to say the least. That will be a track limits penalty in just a moment. Or maybe not. Let's see if we can jump on board with the other driver if they're making any further inroads.
Such a small head, this microphone doesn't fit.
Coming up through the penultimate corner now. Actually using a decent amount of track limits coming into the final corner. Played it very safe on exit. I don't think this will be a new personal best. Runs it up to the line. No, sorry, apologies.
Qualifying trick here. We might see the potential fastest lap of the weekend set on the first day. There's a potential to happen soon.
It will be very interesting to watch indeed, as
he jumped on the rig down there and he did 6 laps and he was close to getting the times that some of our pros would give us, including me. It's fast.
Should be very interesting indeed. We'll jump on board with the other car while that one parks up.
There's so much stuff going on here. It's wild. There's pinball machines, old arcade systems. There's arcades here. Just so the chat knows, I'm old. I'm 44 years old. So a lot of this stuff in here is like I grew up pretty good at this.
I believe I actually saw someone else had brought their own GT7 rig over in the other room. It looked like it was actually an actual motion rig.
Fancy, fancy.
Something for our professionals to go check out at some point.
I saw a video the other day of a new motion rig that comes out. The way it simulates going back in your seat, the acceleration.
Interesting.
It pushes you forward. And when you brake, it slides back. So it gives you the actual feeling. Really about $100,000 if you think about it.
Yeah, well,
very expensive. As is.
Looks like this driver in particular having a little bit of trouble getting it turned back around. We'll get back going. It's been an interesting day here, to say the least.
Busy day. It's only going to get busier the next 2 days, that's for sure.
Oh dear, we're cutting corners now.
Like that. The person that we're watching right now, I believe, is driving one-handed with a broken arm. It's impressive. He's a young lad, probably 10, 11 years old, maybe 12.
Sorry. Certainly looks to
one-arm bandit.
He's very good at getting it back into reverse very quickly.
Yeah, he is. He's been practicing. He's been on the rigs quite a bit today, this young lad. Gonna set a time?
Though in that sense, one might be forgiven if
our amateur driver here just ran times as fast as our pros. It's the identical time, 129.3. Not official, not an official lap.
Not an official lap yet.
He's signing up for his official lap right now. So, you know what, folks? I think we're going to see.
Expect him in a few moments.
Fastest time of the weekend, I guess. So. I was excited for this. Couldn't wait to have these randoms show up and see what people can do. It's cool.
Car has been sent back to the pit lane. I would imagine this should be the rig that the pro gets on in just a few moments. Or I say the pro, pro amateur.
Man.
So by the end of this weekend, I don't know if we'll.
We only got 7 people in here. What the
well,
hell?
seven people on the one stream. I don't know how many we had on the other.
Are we streaming? I'm not streaming on my stream.
We are streaming to both the Scorpio channel and the what's it called, the Carolina Game Summit channel. Once again, folks at home, if you would like to drop a message in the chat, we are happy to answer any questions you might have while we are still live. Once again, this event running all weekend, so should be very exciting indeed. That was just a yawn again. Dad, if you're still watching, I apologize. I can't control it.
All right, we got another. Oh no, the young kid's switching over. I don't know what's going on here. We are gonna have a fast guy coming in right away though. Make sure the camera's on him. You guys can see what a pro lap looks like, because I'm gonna call him a pro even though he's not. He's doing our times. Although, at the Red Bull ring, when us pros are on our proper rigs with the direct drive wheels and load cell pedals, we're load 128 second lap times. I think that's impossible to get on G29 unless you're an absolute alien with it.
Well, we have movement in one of the cars. We'll see who this is behind the wheel. Nope, he's been brought back to the pit lane. Okay, so that is... I believe that is this USB here. That is... You need that wire.
Can you guys hear my mic now? I seen that last comment in there. I don't know how old it is. I'm saying Lester's, but Lester's not here. You guys hear the mic?
That's not the most recent message, so I don't know what's going on.
Sounds like we might have some audio issues with this microphone. Apologize. That is like a game breaker. You don't want audio.
You might just need to keep it closer to your mouth.
It's like, I don't think I can get it any closer. It's in there.
Should be only a few more moments before we get
Maybe worth explaining to amateur drivers between the G29 and DD wheels. Yes, 100%. The G29 is a gear-driven wheel with belts in there, so there's a lot of slop and a lot of clunkiness and not a lot of feedback through the wheel. When you move up to a direct drive, it is a straight shaft from the inside of a motor going straight to your wheels, so you feel everything instantly almost. It's an absolute game changer. And for the brakes with the load cell, the G29 comes with a potentiometer which just measures the distance the brake travels and puts a certain brake pressure to that percentage of brake travel. With the load cell, you get on it, it's about how much weight you're pushing into it. You can modulate the load cell a lot better. DD Pro's the game, or not DD Pro, direct drive is a game changer in sim racing. Not just in Gran Turismo, but in all of them.
So you're still quiet compared to my mic.
Volume on this thing. Why don't you turn it up?
Unfortunately, that's something that needs to be done by our engineers down below. Car out on circuit. We're gonna assume that this is actually the. Never mind. I say car out on track. He immediately returns to the pit lane. So. Hopefully. Oh goodness, sorry, folks. Hopefully. We'll be able to get back going in a few moments.
We're just getting in the...
Looks like we're going to try the other rig now. So it's behind the wheel.
Alright. Oh, yeah. Looks like he's still waiting to come in here. Unfortunately, they cannot turn up my microphone on their own, so I'm just going to put this even closer to my mouth. I apologize. Hope I'm not freaking out screaming for it. But if you guys like watching this, hit that YouTube, look up Greasy Sam Switch. Do these things every day. Let chat pick the car I drive and start at the back and try and survive a race. It's a lot of fun.
And of course, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on both the Scorpio Esport and the Carolina Game Summit YouTube channels. Streaming to both channels simultaneously at the moment. So, hello to all of our viewers on both channels. been toying with us with getting cars back out on track. We'll see if this is actually someone attempting a lap.
Yeah, it looks like we got a couple people.
No, this is the kid still driving. How many people qualified? It's a good question. Unfortunately, I don't have a list in front of me.
I guess 8, maybe.
I believe 8 or so have qualified in person at this point. I can't confirm whether or not there were virtual qualifiers, so people who qualified before the Expo began.
Still got lots of time for people to qualify.
Yes, still plenty time for people to qualify. Once again, they have all day, all of the rest of the day today and all day tomorrow to come in, set a lap time.
Then we do our Pro-Am race, where the top amateurs get paired up with us pros and we have a little fun on track.
It should be an absolute blast.
Don't want to miss that one. That'll be a fun one. The way that we're going to format it, it's not 100%, but possibly it looks like fastest pro gets paired with the slowest amateur, and it's a reverse grid, so the fast pros will be at the back. It'll be fun.
So once again, format to be determined, but should be very entertaining for you folks at home nonetheless. Still a beautiful livery. Oh, and time penalty. Ooh, ran it a little wide.
Red Bull Ring is one of the worst tracks in Gran Turismo to pick up penalties. It is so easy. Out of this corner here, you run wide, penalty. Cut it too much on the inside, penalty. This is a dreaded track. Even us pros, it's very, very easy to pick up a penalty around here, which makes qualifying that much more difficult.
And of course, this time penalty also means that this lap most certainly is going to be this lap. I'm not sure about next lap. Next lap, as long as he's able to serve it this time, you should be good.
You serve your penalty just before you get to start another one. So I guess it depends on where you pick up the penalty. If you pick up the penalty at the beginning of the lap, good. You picked it up in the last couple sectors, they won't let you serve it on that lap. I'll carry it into the next one. So either way, you're losing the lap. Lost many laps.
As the driver comes up to the penalty zone now, serves it. Excuse me. Now we'll get back underway. Makes his way through the final corner here. A lot of apex curve, runs it out, carries the momentum. Across to the line now, 137.2, but with a half-second penalty, so that's probably closer to a 36.
Yeah,
5?
it is about a second on a half-second penalty on this track. It's close to that. It's frustrating when you get those penalties. It's so easy to do it, especially with this GTR. This GTR is one of the more tricky GR3 cars to drive, in my opinion. I like the mid-engine rear-wheel drive part more in this game. The GTR is beast. It is Godzilla. It's a fun car to drive, but tricky to handle.
Certainly this driver doesn't seem to be having too much issue with it. Question is, how much will he get held up by the lap traffic? Makes his way through. Super S2K, hello. Our Scorpio Super Formula Championship leader has entered the chat. Hello, great to see you. Once again, to all of our viewers who are potentially just joining us, in-game music needs to be shut off. All right, we will get on that. Actually, not sure I can do that from the lobby. 35. Oh, there. Okay, so it is all. Well, it's a good thing this is just a test stream. Get this all sorted now. Be ready to go on Sunday.
That's my channel. That's my getting to.
The link for if you pull up YouTube, I can.
I'm trying to get the link.
Yeah, so it's that one. Okay, so there's that. That's your first link. And then I can also get you the Carolina Game Summit link. There you go.
That's awesome. All right. These links sent over to my people so maybe we get some more people in the viewing. Get some more chatters in here. Feel free if you guys got any questions, hit us up. Let's do our best to answer. Yes, the 129 was set by pay. Maybe we have a driver coming up that is technically an amateur that may beat that time.
And while 28s are theoretically possible, we're not expecting anyone to run it on these rigs, but it still could be very interesting nonetheless, you know, not ruling anything out. I'm doing good, thank you for asking, Suppress 2K. It's been a hectic day, to say the least, but certainly been exciting nonetheless. If ever there's going to be a day where I can just kind of sit back and chat with stream chat while events continue on, this will probably be the day. So hopefully this test stream is going well for all of you back home.
Sorry for the silence. My mother was texting me. If you haven't already, give that like button a smash as well too. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. It does help the channel out more than you guys know.
I'm being told if you can eat that mic anymore, it'll
It's in
help.
my mouth. I wish you guys could see me. It is literally on my lips.
And I can give visual confirmation.
It is- I can't get it any closer unless you want to hear my throat. That's as close as I'm willing to get this thing.
The mic is a tad echoey. Okay, well, not sure if there's much we can do about that, unfortunately.
The problem is what we got going on here. Our technician for the stream is probably about 15, 20 feet away.
And they can't hear us unless they have their own headset on, unfortunately.
It's going to be noted though, and I will make a point of that because bad quality audio is terrible for a stream. I work long
We
hard.
might just need to spread apart a little more.
Maybe.
Yeah, just stand a little further away.
I don't know what it is.
So hopefully that improves the echo.
I know on my stream I worked on a long time to get the audio just right.
Hopefully all the other background noise from the convention will help to drown out the echo.
Otherwise, pretty easy to hear. All right, sounds good, AMS. AMS Super 2K, I recognize your name. I recognize your name.
No, and any feedback is greatly appreciated, Super S2K. Thank you.
Those AMS drivers are fast dudes. That's a fast team.
They are very fast. I believe they are 1-3 in the Super Formula Championship right now.
Are they really? I missed that Super Formula because I haven't been a dad and haven't lived dad life, but that sounds like one heck of a competition.
It has been an absolute blast to commentate over them. Yes, I am. Have been doing so for all 7 rounds. We just had our last one out at Le Mans last weekend.
Excellent.
Went incredibly
You guys
well.
got some big names coming out for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
It is. I believe over our 14 or so driver field spread, we've never had a gap from first to last over 2.5 seconds.
That's awesome. I missed out on that. I wanted to get into that one so bad. No chance of me winning, but it would have been.
And it's been as close as a second.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
The biggest tournaments that I did were the GTC leagues, the 2-hour enduros, and I did one IRO league, whereas endurance racing, you got to do 2-hour shifts. I think I did 3 2-hour shifts. Yeah. It's too much for me, those endurance races. I'm too old for it. I like driving from the back in random cars.
Just trying to put on a good chat. You absolutely do, week in and week out, Super S2K. We can't thank you enough for it. It has been an absolute blast to watch both you, Nico, and Ryan all go head to head.
Nico's, yeah, he's a fast dude too.
In that series. It has been an absolute blast. If everyone else back home hasn't checked it out yet, please be sure to do so. Next race out, I believe, is actually at the Red Bull Ring.
Oh, hang on. Switch cars. We got the fast guy.
We've got the
loaded
fast
in
guy
for his
in.
qualifying right now.
He is on his out lap.
I will.
We should have a very interesting lap coming up ahead of us.
If I go all the way down there, will this still work?
I don't see why it wouldn't.
I'm gonna go try. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a name. I'm gonna get a name of this guy because I think it's important. He is fast. Hella fast. What's this guy's name? Brendan? Brett? All right, we got Brett in the rig right now. We think this might be possibly the fastest time.
Bringing the car up to speed, rechecking his braking
The
points.
current fast time is what?
Not
1:31.
necessarily following a racing line just yet, but that might just be a matter of he's trying to protect tire time at this point if he's this much more
We have
semi-professional.
6 people total that have qualified. But we got Brett on the rig right now. He's just talking to the gentleman. He just
Around
got
the
himself a
penultimate
nice
corner.
motion rig.
And this is the moment we've been waiting on for the
He's a
past little
sleeper.
bit.
He's going to be fast. I think he's going to beat Paybay's time. That's close.
Exits the final corner using all the track available to him. This could be a great start to his lap. Oh, but no, it's been invalidated. It's been invalidated, but he hasn't picked up a time penalty for it. Ran too wide in the final corner, I think.
See if this guy can do it. He did it on practice. Can he do it under pressure is the question. Apparently he's won second place in these events before. And I think he's even won the first place as a amateur.
Should be very interesting.
Where'd Lester go?
Good question. I honestly don't know where any.
Lester's like a fog. He rolls in and rolls out when he wants to.
Invalidated his outlap, yes, Ivan, but I'm curious as to why this current lap is still flashing red.
Oh yeah, this is outlap the first one. Makes sense. Somebody smart out there. Who's that, Ivan? You're a smart man.
So once again, that first lap is not the one that counts. It is these next few flyers. Rounds the final corner now.
What's he gonna pull here?
Not going to be a 29, but certainly our new fastest lap of our qualifiers, a 32 there. But because it was invalidated, oh, and he goes for a spin.
Ooh, a little too hard on the loud pedal. Paid the price for it. Swapping it, so easy to do in this car. It's so easy to do.
Picked up an extra 5 seconds on that lap.
Peace out there, Super S2K. Thanks for popping in. Hope we'll see you back later on the next couple days.
And he has reset.
Thanks for popping in. I hope you have a good rest of your night.
Meanwhile, our other driver still circulating out on track. Hasn't dipped below 39.5 at any point, I don't think.
Well, it looks like our driver is changing some settings on the wheel from the last driver. Maybe that's what his issue was. We'll see. I think he's cracking under pressure, folks. He's cracking.
Now that seems a bit curious to me because I believe all the wheel settings were set up to be identical.
People have been changing them as they go up, especially when you get the guys that have done it before. They want to know.
Yeah.
He asked what the pros use, so I kind of told him that. I didn't change his force feedback or any of that, so it's just brake balance settings and no assist. That's all he's running pretty much, same as what most people do.
Well, let's see what he can do. Second attempt. This, of course, is his outlap.
Yes, that's right. That final turn, if you go wide there, it will penalize you hard.
And he's picked up another time penalty, this time on the exit of the corner.
Oof, that's rough. That's rough.
Or on the exit of turn 3, I should say. Hopefully, for his sake, he's able to serve this immediately and not lose an official lap, and he will be able to serve it.
Get lucky. You don't want to pick up that penalty near the end of the lap. You're going to do it on turn 1.
Turn 1 or evidently turn 3. We'll serve the penalty now, and we'll begin preparations for his proper flying lap. Makes his way through. And he's gone wide again. He's gone even wider than he did the last time. That should invalidate him again, and does. So he'll have to set up again. Had a very big squirm on the in the center of the corner, kicked him out wide for turn 1. Going to pick up another half-second penalty. And he'll go for a spin on the exit of 3 just for good measure.
Can he pull it off? I talked this guy up too much.
Evidently.
Turns, eh?
Evidently so. Though we might be able to make up for you folks here at home. Perhaps a little bit of racing action here. We'll have to watch him go around a little bit of lap traffic on this lap. Both of these drivers with a half-second penalty to serve.
Picking up a lot of penalties, these guys here. A lot of penalties. All right, come on. Let's do it, Brett.
See if
Get that focusing in you.
Right on board with him for this lap, maybe.
I was going to go on another slower driver. That's another thing. When you're qualifying with another car on track, you really got to time it so you don't catch a slower driver.
I believe he might get a little bit of slipstream effect, but obviously set him behind. He's going to have to slow up a lot more for the corners. Very wide.
Penalty there.
It absolutely should. And it is.
There it is, right there. The dreaded Red Bull ring. It's the penalty factory, that place. Actually, you know what? I can't think of another track that gives out more penalties than the Red Bull ring. Except in Tokyo, when you touch the wall, maybe.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think Red Bull ring might take the cake. Oh, and he picks up another half a second.
Yeah, that one, though, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He was taking avoiding action for the other car.
Oh, did he? I missed that.
Who was going for a bit of a half spin. Though that'll probably actually drop him behind. It absolutely will drop him behind. He's going to serve this penalty and it'll put him back behind him. Never mind. The other driver's gone off.
One thing with the Red Bull ring, you need a lot of patience. You get the penalties, it gets frustrating. It's how you come back from those penalties. Get your focus back in line and just start the next lap like nothing happened. Because you can't afford to...
He served his 1 second penalty. Now, can he set up for a good flying lap? Oh, that was wide. Will the game penalize him for going 2 tires off there on the entry to the final corner? Crosses the line, 33.6.
All right, that's his first actual fake lap time, so he finally got one in.
Though it should be much faster once he actually gets the lap in without a penalty.
You know, it's funny, he did that time down there. When I was talking to him, we were having a full conversation, and he did that time. He's like, look, I just did it.
Makes his way up to turn 3, 2.
Good exit, good exit.
Much better on the exit that time. Used all the curb available to him.
He can hold this lap together. It's looking good. This is another crucial corner here, too, to get good run out of. Very easy to get the understeer.
Right about there, just before you get to the shadow. Now sends his way slowly tumbling down the hill through this very deceptively tight
that corner catches you out really easy. You go out wide so easily if you brake late. I find it helps me to brake just a tad earlier there to get it turned in, to really accelerate out of the corner. Because if you don't get that one right, it throws off the next corners too. And if you get out of rhythm in those S's on the final sector, it's trouble. Very trouble. And another place you can pick up a penalty to get in the lap.
Absolutely. Now, through the final corner, can he keep it on the road? Yes, he does. Should be a clean lap finally for him. Plus the line, 31.981. New fastest lap. New fastest lap of our qualifiers.
Last lap.
Can he get any more out of it? Looked like a good turn 1 that time through. Will climb his way back up the hill once again. Brakes just before the 100-meter board. A beautifully kissed apex and kept it together nicely on throttle.
Let's see.
Does he optimize the line taken down this back straightaway? Yes, he does. Brakes just at the 100-meter board. Using all the curve at the apex and on exit. This is a very good lap so far, at least in terms of the lines he's taking.
He's looking smooth. He's looking smooth on this one. He might be dialed in now.
Not quite using all the curve on the entry, though. Made it to the apex very nicely. Doesn't use it.
Out there.
Yeah. Kept it very nice and tidy. Half a second down, though.
Oh, is he? he's got it, then he's on his lap right now. It's not going to be might be a mid 29, maybe. What did he get, a 31? Last time?
I thought he got a 31. I don't know why the leaderboard said otherwise. Makes his way through the final corner now. Kept it on the track. Crosses the line 32.3, so he was half a second down. I'm not. I don't know why that's not showing up accurately.
Yeah, it's weird because on his screen it's showing something completely different.
Yeah. So, oh, you know what? It's probably because when we had to back out to change the audio settings.
Oh, maybe.
So pay no attention to the lap times over on your right-hand side of the screen. Unfortunately, not showing up correctly on stream. We'll hopefully have that fixed for tomorrow. Just know that the fastest lap so far of this session is set by this driver, 31.1981. And if that first sector split was anything to go by, he's could be up 0.2 up. We'll see what the split looks like as he comes up to the next timing beam. 0.4 up. He's found a lot more lap time here. On pace for a 31.5. Can he find any more? Through a blind cresting right-hand corner. Oh, wide. I don't think he'll pick up a penalty for that one.
No, I don't think it happened. He did it on the practice laps. He used his fastest time.
Not going to be a 29, but it will be a 131.3.
That's
that
decent.
time it showed up correctly on the leaderboard.
So what did I say? Our best time was a 131.2, I believe it was.
No, it previously before him it was a 35 dead.
Chip's got one on there. I'm pretty sure it was that other older gentleman. I can go find out the times again.
All right.
We need that stuff up here. We need more information up
Absolutely,
here. We're gonna get,
yeah.
You know, this is kind of like a test stream, guys. Put your feedback in. I'm going to have some things that we need, because we need more information up here to be able to give you guys what you need to be able to. We don't have the proper times. There's not much we can do.
Yeah. He's still on another flying lap, so maybe he'll find a little bit more.
We get lucky, these people. We're supposed to do 5 laps, but I think because there's not big lineups.
Yeah, there is not a line at the moment, so plenty of time to just keep lapping if they want to.
You know, these guys giving them extra laps. We were careful streaming. This is for prizes. We should be a little more policed on the laps that they do, I believe.
Absolutely.
I'm not running the show. I'm just